Go.
There are often many books that are banned or challenged because of the content within them. The Lovely Bones is one of those books that have been banned or challenged. The Lovely Bones is about a young 14-year-old girl who was raped and murdered while taking the shortcut she usually takes home from school. Her murderer was a neighbor who also killed many other young girls throughout his life and stayed to himself and didn't interact much with the neighborhood. After some time, Susie's father strongly suspected Harvey, her neighbor, to be her killer, but no one believed him. Everyone simply started to think he was crazy. When the police working on Susie's case realized her father was right, it had been too late because he had already vanished from the face of the earth. After the horrific accident, Susie watches her friends and family from her own personal heaven. While in her own heaven, she tries to still interact with her family, but is forced to only watch. She watches over them for years until one day she finally breaks her boundaries and takes over the body of an old friend and makes love to her old crush. Soon after, Susie decides she's done watching over them and can move on to a different part of heaven. Her family also can now move on and can openly talk about her. There are many great moments in the book which I could quote, but my favorites are, "He nodded and kissed my father's cheek, something so divine that no one up in heaven could have made it up. The care a child took for an adult." Another good quote was, "He had been keeping daily, weekly, yearly an underground storage room of hate. Deep inside this 4-year-old sat his heart flashing, heart to stone, heart to stone." And lastly, I watched my sister running, and I knew she was not running away from me or towards me like someone who survived a gunshot. The wound had been closing, braiding into a scar for 8 long years. It was a challenge and banned in different middle schools. It was first challenged in 2007 in a library in Westport, Connecticut by the school superintendent who stated that the book should be for mature readers. Next, it was moved to the faculty section in 2008 and 9 at John W. McDivitt Middle School in Walmart, Massachusetts because they claimed the content to be too frightening for middle schoolers. This book is important, especially for middle school and high school girls, because they need to know the horrible things that could happen if they don't take precautions. Parents and teachers can't hide their kids from the ugly things that happen in this world. Honestly, the first chapter is frightening, but it describes an event that unfortunately happened. The book also shows that there can still be beautiful moments after a tragic event has happened.